this video, how my subscriber got his kidney function back to 83 with simple natural interventions that YouTube doesn't want you to know about. Plus, the truth about stem cells and pig kidneys that's making big dialysis sweat. Catherine here, I'm a doctor of natural medicine, and today I will answer your questions. I have received a ton of interesting questions from you guys, and as usually, I will answer all the best ones here. Starting with maybe the most requested one. How do you get your GFR back to 83? Because here's the thing, the YouTube's censorship algorithm is having a meltdown. Why?
I found something interesting that YouTube did. They hid an important comment.
Because one of my subscribers just did something that supposedly can't happen. Fleming Pie Herman, yes, that's his real username, and yes, it's magnificent, tried to share his story 5 times. His kidney function jumped back, I kid you not, from 53 to 83 in just a month and a half, guys. So of course, everyone was asking how he did that. I mean, a GFR going from 53 to 83 in 6 weeks. That's a 30-point jump. That's not improvement. That's resurrection. And that's the question I want to answer first. How has he done that? YouTube's response, delete, 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 delete. He posted the comment 5 times, but YouTube always took it down. Apparently, Kidney Miracles violate community guidelines now. No way to know what he did to improve. However, I'm sneakier than YouTube's bots. Yes, I found his comment. It was buried in my dashboard like buried treasure. We're exposing everything today. Supplements, diet, remedies, everything. So this is his comment. This is exactly the treatment he is following. Let's read his comment. First, I reduced my salt intake to 1600 milligrams. Oh, thank you for sharing. That's textbook, guys. Literally. He really cut down his sodium to a minimum. And here's the thing. If, for some reason, you are still eating more sodium than that, well, stop. And also, second, took away my red meat intake, sticking with cod, salmon, chicken, turkey. I did continue to eat 2 or 3 eggs a week. Very good again. So, he's not completely cutting protein from his diet. He is just reducing it. He is eating eggs, fish, and lean meat. And that's absolutely great as long as your GFR is above 60 and you don't have proteinuria. Yes, I know that this sounds counterintuitive, but cutting protein is something only people with a compromised kidney function should do. If your kidneys are still working fine, focus on reducing protein instead, especially red and processed meat. Of course, this doesn't apply if you have a GFR that's been below 60 for a while, alright? So don't consider this an excuse to start eating steak again if you have a diagnosis of CKD. And there is more. Let's read. Although I did eat vegetables, I increased my intake consuming onions, peppers, radishes, sauteed, and asparagus. I did not eat rice or pasta. However, I did choose a chickpea pasta to eat with the vegetables once a week, which is really not pasta, it's beans. Okay, this is very interesting. Thank you for sharing. Yes, adding more veggies is always great, and the chickpea pasta is also a great idea if you don't need to limit protein intake. And there is also a very interesting remedy he's using to protect his kidneys. I did choose to add 1 to 2 ounces of organic cranberry juice into my last glass of water at night. Cranberry juice. Now, this is something that for some patients can be a lifesaver. Cranberry juice can protect your kidneys from urinary tract infections, UTIs in short. Because here's the thing, UTIs can be devastating if kidney disease is also present. Not only they are way more common in CKD patients, the treatment, the antibiotics you'd need is also very dangerous for your kidneys. And yeah, cranberry products can be extremely effective in preventing the recurrence of UTIs. So thank you so much for sharing your story, Fleming Pie Herman, and for teaching us that prevention can be everything. So if any of you watching is lucky enough to still be in the stage 3A with a GFR around 50, don't wait for it to get worse. Do what Fleming Pie Herman is doing and take action now. Okay, next question. This one comes from Yoon Liu Comf. She asks, "Thank you, Dr. Catherine, for my mom's kidneys have significantly improved since we've been following you." Oh, that's amazing! Kudos for helping your mother and thank you. Okay, here's the question. I was wondering, is vegetable magnesium stearate safe for CKD patients? Also, is berberine safe to take with stage 4 CKD? So are these two safe in stage 4? Well, berberine is a very powerful supplement that's been studied in depth and that has huge kidney protecting benefits. It's incredibly effective at fighting diabetes. It helps with weight loss and it even helps improve gut health. It's safe and effective. However, if her mother is in stage 4 CKD, possibly due to diabetes, he is probably taking several other medications to control her blood sugar levels. And I don't want her to risk hypoglycemia. This is why I recommended her to consult with her mother's doctor, which of course didn't even know what berberine was. So my advice, don't give berberine to your mother in that situation. Don't make her doctor even more confused, alright? In stage 4, the best approach is always the safest one. Now, for the other question, the one about magnesium stearate. What is magnesium stearate and is it safe? Now, if you have been taking supplements, any supplement at all that's not made specifically for CKD patients, you are probably getting some magnesium stearate. This is a staple of the supplement industry. It's basically used as a lubricant to prevent the powders in your supplement from sticking to the manufacturing equipment. And of course, you'll end up getting some of this stuff from your supplement. Is that dangerous? No, not really. Unless, of course, you are a CKD patient in the advanced stages and you already have high serum magnesium levels. Yes, that happens and it can be bad for your gut health. You see, magnesium is excreted by the kidneys, alright? When you have too much of it in the body, you are going to get symptoms, lethargy and diarrhea mainly. Yep, while the amount of magnesium stearate in supplement is very low usually, it may add up. That's why you want to be careful with supplements in general and use only high quality ones possibly made for CKD patients. In the supplements I formulated for Rena Biotech, I have not added any magnesium stearate at all, exactly to avoid putting my patients at risk for these side effects. Okay guys, let's talk about something else I won't put in my supplements, but for a totally different reason. This question comes from a user called LWRD22, LWeird22, I don't know. Anyway, here's the question. What is calcium carbonate? I see it in lots of food. Is it safe to eat? Okay, thank you LWeird for this question, which is totally reasonable, not weird at all actually. In fact, calcium carbonate is both a food fortifier, a calcium supplement basically, and a medication for advanced stage CKD. So here's something you need to know when switching to plant-based milk from cow milk. While almond milk and rice milk are the best options for CKD patients, they don't have some of the nutrients cow milk has, vitamin B12 and calcium in particular. So in order to prevent a part of the population from having nutritional deficiencies, many brands fortify their plant-based milk with these essential nutrients. So please don't worry if you see calcium carbonate on the label of your almond milk. That's perfectly safe, probably also healthy for your kidneys. Actually, as I was saying, calcium carbonate is also used as a phosphate binder in CKD patient, albeit in much bigger doses than what you get in a cup of milk. Now, since you already got into the habit of checking your labels, which is great, always check for phosphate additives. If you see anything like phosphoric acid, sodium phosphate, or calcium phosphate, do not drink that stuff, alright? Those additives are not safe for people with CKD. So guys, here's the thing. When you have kidney disease, there are no simple answers. Berberine is a miracle for one person and a risk for another. An additive is fine until it isn't. And when even your doctor does not have the answers you need, well, navigating all this alone becomes like walking through a minefield. If you are tired of guessing and you want simple answers, I can help. I offer one-on-one consultations. We cut through all the confusion and build a safe, personalized blueprint based on your labs, your stage, and your current medications. Because that's how you can start improving. Every first consultation includes a custom-made renal diet, and you will also be able to email me at any time to solve any issue with your diet and your treatment. If you are done with the confusion and you're ready for a clear, science-backed plan built just for you, send me an email at catherine@newhopeforkidneypatients.com or click the link in description. Okay guys, I have another very interesting question now. Let's talk about stem cells treatment for CKD. This question comes from Richard Gucci and he asks, how to avail the stem cells treatment? Is it not a scam? Stem cells treatment, does it actually work? Well, here's the thing about stem cells. We have some incredible case reports and studies that support the use of this innovative treatment in CKD patients. Yes, they do work, at least for some patients. In this recent case report, a 70-year-old diabetic CKD patient was saved from dialysis with a single stem cells infusion. His GFR jumped back to 16, which is stage 4, which is incredible. In a different case report, a 58-year-old CKD patient with hypertension got his GFR from 50 back to 87, which is then normal range. No more CKD for this patient because, well, stem cell treatments are definitely not a scam. We even have larger meta-analysis supporting the use of stem cell treatments in CKD patients, like this one that was conducted on 90 diabetes patients. So, should you rush to your nearest stem cell clinic and demand a miracle job to cure your CKD? Hell no, guys. It's way too soon for that. Look, I'm not saying these studies aren't exciting. They absolutely are. Stem cell therapy could be literally revolutionary, not just for CKD, but across medicine. But here's the reality. Today, we don't have nearly enough data, zero long-term trials, and there are too many stem cell types, too many CKD causes, too many variables to promise it will work for you and you specifically. And I'm not gonna lie, I do have some patients that before seeing me had a stem cell injection that improved their GFR, but that's as anecdotic as it gets. Oh, and did I mention the $20,000 or more price tag? Yeah, your insurance won't touch that. So be curious, guys. Stay informed but skip the hype-fueled road trip for now. And let's talk about something that's even crazier than stem cell kidney regeneration, xenotransplantation, aka getting a kidney from a pig. So I received this question in my video about the man that received a kidney from a pig to avoid losing his life. Here's the question. We are playing God by transplanting pig organs into humans. Patients are getting deadly viruses from pigs now. Do we really need this? What if one of these transplants sparks the next pandemic? Okay, thank you for that cheerful take. Now guys, for those of you who don't obsessively refresh medical headlines, this is going to be interesting. A 67-year-old man named Mr. Andrews got a kidney from a pig 8 months ago. Yes, This man was saved by a kidney from a pig and he's still alive. 8 months. That's a record he should be rightfully proud of. Because this is massive. It means way more people will soon get life-saving kidneys from pigs. But hold on. Is this a miracle or the setup for humanity's next disaster? Because here's the thing. Animal to human organ transplants are still widely controversial. Some previous recipients died shortly after getting pig kidneys. The kidney that was supposed to save them, it gave them a viral infection instead, from the pig itself. Yeah, despite the pigs being genetically engineered not to infect you, patients still died with an infection that only exists in animals, not humans. And believe it or not, potentially unleashing alien pathogens that could destroy the human race is still frowned upon in the medical community. Weird, right? Now guys, I don't know if we are playing God with this and if this is going to cause even more problems or if this is going to be the end of dialysis for CKD patients. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you will get a kidney from a pig if it was your only option. Because I'm hopeful. Yes, I am. I believe we will be able to find a solution. And the fact that this man has been alive for 8 months, no dialysis needed, is proof that there is hope. So let's now talk about an incredibly effective way to help your kidney health that you can actually do on your own right now. This is from a user called Self-Growth Habits, which is ironic given what you're about to hear. And they ask, someone asked if exercising is good for CKD5 patients and all you did was heart their comment with no answer, and that was 4 years ago. What's the answer to their question? Oh no, I hearted their comment and then just left without answering the question. That was 4 years ago, which means there is someone out there who's been lying awake at night for 4 years, staring at the ceiling, wondering, should I exercise? Should I? While my little heart emoji just sits there, mocking them. Okay guys, first of all, I want you to know I'm in recovery now. I don't heart and run anymore. Those days are behind me. I've been clean for at least 3 weeks. I'm a changed woman now, fully committed to answering questions. Speaking of which, to squat or not to squat? That's the question. And the answer is yes, absolutely. Exercising can be an incredibly valuable weapon in your arsenal against kidney disease in all the stages. It will help with hypertension. It will help control blood sugar levels and cholesterol incredibly effectively. Even stage 5 patients and patients on dialysis are recommended to exercise. And of course, if you look at the video under which this comment was posted, you will see that I was doing a very light workout, alright? So always chat with your doc first, make sure your heart is ready for all that movement, and start slowly. Try to build a habit, not to pop an artery. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Here's a question from a user called Nelson Boaventura. He asks, is the peptide L-carnosine good for CKD stage 3B? Okay, let's talk about what every single influencer on the internet is talking about, peptides. I actually discussed a particular healing peptide BP157 in my recent video. You may have heard about it because BP157 is super hype on social media, basically sold as a panacea for everything. However, what BP157 actually turned out to be is just doping but more dangerous. Now, L-carnosine is a totally different type of peptide. It not only does not disqualify you from competing in sports, it may actually have some kidney protecting benefits, especially for CKD patients with diabetes. Yes, as you can see, we have RCTs showing this peptide reduces inflammation and fights oxidative stress in the kidneys. This is something that was actually studied in CKD patients and with pretty interesting results. So, should we all rush to TikTok shop and panic buy L-carnosine like tech bros hoarding AI chatbot subscriptions? Well guys, I wouldn't recommend that. Look at your overflowing supplement shelf. Before adding another bottle, demand trials with thousands of subjects. L-carnosine, we only have a few trials conducted on dozens of patients, not thousands, and the results were not even that promising. While oxidative stress markers improved in some of the studies, GFR, creatinine, BAN, and proteinuria didn't improve at all. So, is L-carnosine good for the kidneys? Well, it might help in theory, but absolutely don't expect the results promised by TikTok influencers when it comes to this peptide. And guys, if you want to see more about how to protect your kidneys, my video up here is for you, and this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Ciao!